chance, this is the moment you've waited for. You've been searching in the dark, your sweat soaking through the floor.
Take it.
And buried in your bones, there's an ache that you can't ignore. Taking your breath, stealing your mind, and all this room is left behind. Don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what can gather. You feel a dream, can't you see, getting closer. Just surrender, cause you feel the feeling taking over. It's fire, it's freedom, it's flooding open. It's a piece
of we got that nearly, man.
There's something breaking at the brick of every wall it's holding on.
He's not getting away from holding me.
Where it's carrying all kind of lies. Where the runaways are running the night. Impossible come true. It's taking over you. This is the greatest
Okay, folks. So let's talk a little bit about food plots. You know, it's yeah. What's so funny? What's so funny about food plots? Giggles.
More funny about you bumping me into the tree.
So food plots, you know, they're something we kind of rely on and do and things like that. You know, they're a benefit, but especially this year, 2023. You know, we got hit with that killer frost back in May, end of April, beginning of May. Remember that, hon?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we don't even have a single pear. There's not a pear or an apple on any of our trees. We've got hundreds of trees between our properties and everything like that. We don't have anything. There's no mass crop. There's no acorns. There's no pears. There's no apples. There's really. Like, that really sucked. It really sucked. It was beautiful for so long, and then we had that happen. So, you know, this year, especially for food plotting, you know, we're not just planning to hunt over. We are, but we aren't. You know, the goal is to obviously attract, hunt, succeed, harvest, all of that, but
give the deer the nutrients they need.
You know, right. The ultimate goal is a healthy herd. Like Bobby Joe just said, it really is just being able to maintain. You know, here in upstate New York, we have bad winters. We get where the deer are just starving. They're nibbling on browse the best they can, and when that's gone, like, they just wither away. There's a massive winter kill if they can't forage well enough. And years like this year, we just... It's not going to be a good year. So if you can, get out and plant your food plots. So what we're doing, we're planting for multiple seasons. We're not just planting for archery season. We're planting for multiple seasons. Even with your brassicas, right? So we're big brassica people. You talk about your daikons. Your daikons become palatable to the whitetails as soon as they reach maturity. So as soon as those leaves start hitting that 10-inch mark or whatnot, we really see, like, they go in and it looks like a weed whacker just went across the board to the daikons. And that same thing with that, we're planting the purple tops and things like that are more palatable after a hard frost.
Sugars and everything.
Yeah, they say that the starches turn more sugary, this and that. They become more palatable to the whitetails after a hard frost and everything like that. And, you know, when it comes to winter, we've seen, even after muzzleloader season, our brassica plots, right? Leaves are dead and gone. And we walk out in our fields, and what is it? I mean...
It's torn up.
it is literally torn up. Right.
And what's nice too is when the snow falls and they don't have those other resources that they usually have, they know that our stuff is there, and they come in and they'll literally paw through the snow. They do.
Like, it literally just looks like somebody took a snowblower and there's bulbs ripped out. They're eating them like apples. And not only that, but for the soil recovering and everything like that, when your daikons and purple tops, the ones that do get left in the ground, you know, drill into the soil, aerate the soil, and then they break down and become nutrients for the soil for the following year. So you know, our brassicas, we're big brassica people, this and that. We're also big cereal grains. We don't have big equipment, so we don't have the area really for like corn and soybeans and everything like that, which I definitely promote. We have friends, huge success when it comes to soybeans and everything like that. You just need you need the equipment, you need the acreage. We don't have it. So for the small time equipment people like ourselves, we definitely do what we can with what we have.
Remember back when we used to have the hand weed killer?
Oh yeah,
the little like
the little
carrier.
yeah. She was definitely my glypho girl. You know, which glyphosate, 32 ounces per 25 gallons. We definitely have a boom sprayer and a 25-gallon tank, which makes it easier. But even still, when we started, we had the single blade plow, the 4-foot set of discs, and just multiple days trying to put in food plots. And you were out there with the pump sprayer, the 2.5-gallon pump sprayer, just with your little wand and everything. So it can be done. We've done it. We've been there. We're doing it. So it's August now. This is definitely the time for our fall plots. Right? So end of July through August is the time in the northeast or northern part of that line of latitude to get these plots in. So right now is the perfect time. As you guys can see, we have cumulonimbus on top of us.
It was supposed to be clear all day.
Weatherman.
Partly cloudy.
Partly cloudy.
Gotta get out that weather
sunny.
rock.
Yeah, gotta get out the weather rock. Yeah. It'll definitely tell you what the weather is. Never wrong. When it's dark, it's raining. When it's light, it's not. But so we just want to talk to you guys about these food plots, explain what we're doing, how we're doing it, and bring you guys along for the trip. So we're doing ours today. We're doing, hopefully, your parents here soon, and we're doing a mix. So our mix, like we were talking about palatability to deer, because we are archery hunters all the way through guns. We're through gun season, through the late season. We're deer hunting. Literally, we're deer starting basically all year round.
We're prepping. If we're not hunting, we're prepping for hunting in some way, shape, or form.
Right. Anywho, what it is, we are planting, so regardless if we go with a mix or a 50-50 blend, it's still for all of deer season. So when we're mixing things, we're mixing our cereal grains, we're mixing our oats, our winter wheat, our winter rye, our ryegrass, our pretty much anything, our clovers, all, and then we overseed with our brassicas. We have not had success with sugar beets, whether it's our soil preparation or the deer just hammering them. I hear they're fantastic, but we are big daikon and purple top people. Our mix definitely works well for us.
And for our soil. Like, it could be different no matter, depending on where you are.
Correct. Lime, number one factor, get your pH, right? So pH tester is like $20. Most important piece of equipment you can have. We want to get our soil as close to neutral, which is number 7 on the pH tester as we can. We're running right about 6.5 or whatnot. So our mix really works well. So definitely lime. We're pretty light on the fert. We don't fertilize over the top. Our biggest thing is using the nutrients that are given. So Bobby Joe will go and we'll mow everything down. We'll let the new grass grow up. We'll clip the tops of it, open everything, and then we spray it lightly with glyphosate concentrate. I think it's 40.2% concentrate on the glypho at 32 ounces per 25 gallons. Rip it over that. And that is, you'd only need half an hour. We try and give it a good rain to make sure it gets down into the roots. And then we use all that dead matter as nutrients on top of things. So you go and spray things, and then I'm right behind you. I'm chasing you from behind. Careful. With that tiller, to really churn up that soil. And we are using the matter that is on top of the plot. We're not trying to spray it off or anything like that. We're trying to use everything that's there as a product to feed our seed. So we try and break soil, get seed, the little bit of fert that we're trying to use, everything on it and rolled in that first day. And then hopefully Mother Nature catches up with us. We get a little bit of rain and get some germination. If you can get that, if you can do it like we did, like we're hoping to do with thunderstorms in the afternoon, we're looking to knock it out and get
It's afternoon, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it's afternoon. We're looking to get it in and then get rain on it as soon as possible. That happens, we get germination and just let it grow. Brassica is the one thing I do have to say, they're nitrogen hounds, right? So we've noticed about 4 or 5 weeks in, they start turning purple. Yeah. You start seeing that purple or that yellow. That we're starting to need a little bit of urea. So go down to your local feed store or farm store and definitely get some nitrogen and just give them a little boost right before a rainstorm and let that sink into the soil. You will see your yellow and purple just pop green as big as you can. So that's the story behind our food plots, our system, how it works. Obviously we're a few years into doing this and we've had massive success. You've killed what now? Couple studs. I've killed a couple good ones with the archery equipment and everything.
Well, I think it's just our in general success rates have gone up. The more work that we put in, the more success that we're seeing over time.
Oh wow, life in general. The more you work.
Amazing how that works.
Amazing. Well, anyway, stick with us. We're going to keep you updated, pictures, videos, everything like that with what we're doing step by step. And hopefully you guys can take this information and do something for yourselves. Hopefully it helps you guys, maybe not this season, but in seasons in the future. If you can, get out there and do it. Even you can put small food plots in the woods with a leaf rake. You do not need equipment, right? So a leaf rake, little bit of sunshine, some Mother Nature helping you, and you guys can do it. So we'll show you a little bit about that. And obviously we'll be using equipment, but you can see how to do it. And we'll keep you posted on the results. Stick with us, guys. Love you guys. And we're gonna get to work, and hopefully we don't get wet. You might get wet. We're here. We just found a mess. The one thing we come with plotting season, obviously you can see in the background we have kind of an in the woods plot. We're going to do more of a shaded plot using seed that doesn't need near as much sunlight or anything down in there. But when we're planting these things, it's August right now when we should be getting it in the ground. We're having a lot of thunderstorms come through. And you have things like this happen. So eliminates the tractor, eliminates the wheeler from getting down in there. We got to make sure the chains are sharp, machines are running well, and get the chainsaw out for some work. So a little bit something different if you do have an in the woods plot or anything like that when it comes to plotting season. Sand, Route 96 power and paddle. All your chainsaw needs, whether it's Husqvarna, steel, sharpening chains, anything like that, files, anything you need, hearing protection, he's got it. So thanks a lot, Sam. We're going to get to work, and we'll get this one in too. Talk to you soon. So we just seeded that corner plot up top. That plot that we just took care of, we found those trees down, took the chainsaw out, cleared that. I brought the tractor in. We got it just lightly tilled up. Obviously you're in the woods, you've got roots, you got rocks, you don't want to break your equipment, so just barely break ground. So that's what we got right here. Girls came in, put a little bit of fertilizer to it. What we're using here seed wise is a low light seed. So it's seed that doesn't need a ton of sunlight, obviously can thrive in lower pH soils, which in the woods you're going to get a higher acidic soil. It's very difficult to bring it back up to that neutral number 7 that we're striving for with lime and everything. So in here, obviously it's giving enough sunlight with the brush and everything around, really green, everything like that. We had loggers come in. What we did is we used their logging trails that they actually cut. You can cut your own trails. We had the loggers come in. We're using logging trails right here to create a food plot inside of the woods. Just maybe they're staging before they head out to really feed, just giving them a little snack. Hopefully archery wise, we can tag one down. So what we're using is more of a, like a forage rape, a crimson clover, a ryegrass, or oats, your cereal grains. They kind of do well in that lower pH, that lower sunlight kind of area. So we're gonna hammer that down. These you can kind of overseed, unlike the brassicas and everything that need that less is more. This you can lay it right to it, lay a carpet right to it. You know, the critters, the birds, everything will pick on it a little bit, this and that. So you want as much seed as you can to take place. So we're gonna hammer this out and we'll give it a couple weeks and we'll come back and show you some pictures. Stick with us. Thanks, guys.
People used to call me backwards, living out here with the tractors, letting this world leave me behind. Nowadays I'm an innovator, I'm a country boy prognosticator.
Did you break the tractor?
Break everything. It's food plot season. The problem with food plotting is you use equipment. You know, equipment never breaks until you use it. I'm coming to get my tools.
So what did you break?
Tiller. Of course I break the tiller. So that's what tillers do. They break. They make dirt and they break.
I just,
No, folks.
you know what? See, this is why I shouldn't have left. I shouldn't have left to go get beverages, because if I had just sat there and waited patiently for you to get done, maybe it wouldn't have broke.
It always breaks.
What a lush.
You know, folks, here's one thing you can realize about food plot season. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of breaking things. A lot of breaking things.
I'll bring the beverages. It's alright, do the walk of shame.
We're looking for 1.5 pounds on the seed for daikons. 1.25, little half scoopsy. There it is.
Wow, you're perfect.
I still have to fix the tractor.
Acre farm, I got a John Deere. In my barn, I got a garden. In my yard, full of rutabaga taters.
While Matt's typically tilling and doing all the super hard work and breaking things, I will go through and kind of follow him around, and I will pick rocks, because it doesn't seem to matter how many rocks you pick from year to year, there's always more.
What's the thing?
Oh, we just mowed that. Got kind of lucky on that one, I'd say. One more thing to do before deer season. That's okay. Means more firewood.
Nice form. Love it when you walk away. tilled up here. We got a half-acre piece right down here in the corner plot. What we're doing is the girls just birded everything. We're then going to seed it. And then the biggest thing is seed to soil contact. So I actually have this small hand seeder because I want to make sure everything is evenly spread. I've got a bundle of things. We're running Analogic's Great 8 here. And then I'm gonna overseed it with daikon radishes and turnips. And what I'm gonna overseed, it's a half acre. I usually spread, when I spread a 50-50 when it comes to daikons and radishes, at 1.5 pounds per quarter and 1.25 on the purple tops per quarter at a 50-50 ratio. So because what I'm doing is I'm using this at a quarter on a half an acre, I'm going to spread then a quarter acre worth of daikons and everything to give me that half acre. The biggest thing with seeding, I know seeds are small and it doesn't look like a whole lot. Follow directions and don't overseed. You'll choke everything out. You won't get any bulbs or anything like that. Less is more when it comes to brassicas and everything like that. What we're doing, I'm using the Analogic product, the Great 8 today, giving us 8 different products, and I'm gonna spread that evenly, so it's gonna be very thin, but then I'm gonna take my overseed with the daikons and the purple tops at that 1.5 per quarter for the daikons, 1.25 per quarter on a 50-50 mix with my purple tops to give me that extra quarter. And I'm gonna do that throughout the other the whole half acre, but 2 quarters make half. We'll have everything, and hopefully with the thunderstorms that we're gonna be getting in a couple hours, we're gonna have it rolled in, seed to soil contact, and we need the water and let Mother Nature do its work. Stick with us, I'm gonna get seeding. Got it. We're done. And look it, we timed it perfectly. Just starting to rain. Just noticed a little lightning bolt over there. Had my earplugs in so I couldn't hear the Don't you give me those smoky eyes. See, that's what happens, folks. You time it perfectly, you get it rolled in. Rain shows up, she gives you the smoky eyes behind the camera. Tries to get you off boot when you're done a good job. Not gonna happen today, because we nailed it. Seeds in the ground, rolled in, fertilized, rain's coming, food plot's gonna grow. Give us a couple weeks, we'll get you pictures. Food plot today, what is today? August 12th. In, done. Stick with us. Smoke City Outdoors, out.
Pass it on. Pass it on. He showed me how to cast a line, where the whitetail live and how to read their sign. He leaned my gun up against a tree so he could hold a barbed wire fence for me. Yeah, I learned a lot from watching his ways, like how to hunt smart and how to be safe. He said, one of these days, son, you'll be grown. Remember what I taught you and pass it on. Pass it on in the name of conservation. Pass it on to another generation. Pass it on. turned 21, my dad walked in with an old shotgun. He said, "This belonged to your grandpa. It's yours now, son. So handle it with love and pass it on. Pass it on in the name of conservation. Pass it on to another generation. Pass it on. Pass it on. Pass it on. Nothing like the sound when the day breaks. Me and my boy in the woods on a Saturday. Pass it on.